Hey guys, what is going on? It is Jacob Beatbox. Sorry for the angle. I just like having my hand on my knee for some reason. And yes, why is your knee so high? Because I don't know. Alright, so there's a lot of new things that have happened recently. My recovery has been extended a bit because turns out I needed 2 operations done to me. They didn't see the second one, they only saw one the first time. It is fine, it is not their fault. I told them the symptoms I was having, and they went with it. I was fine up until a week or 2 into the first operation. And then I fell 2 times. First time, I couldn't move my legs at all. Second time, same thing, but even worse. I could just bend probably one knee. That was it. The next day, I couldn't even get out of bed. So I went back to the hospital because I messaged my surgeon through Wellstar's MyChart app, and he told me go to the ER, get evaluated. And I did exactly that. They admitted me that exact day. So I was there for about like 3 weeks. 3 weeks total. I hated every minute of it. And yes, I understand we're right now under quarantine. Basically, most people that are not essential jobs are under quarantine due to the epidemic that we're doing. I'm not gonna mention the names. I know YouTube hates the name right now. I'm not even gonna say like the proper name for it. It is springtime. It is beautiful outside. Everything looks a lot greener. I'm just happy really to be home. I've been home for about a week or 2 now. A lot has changed. I'm on a diet. A strict diet, sorry. And, well, I don't know how to explain, like, what they did to me. It was another herniated disc operation. So I had 2 herniated discs, one in my lumbar spine and one in my lower thoracic spine. So, like, they were, like, this far from each other. And, like, I was just happy that everything came out okay. There was a higher risk with this second operation. Like if everything went wrong, I would be sitting in a wheelchair right now. I actually am sitting in a wheelchair right now, but I also have my friend Walker over there. I have a walker right now because my muscles feel like absolute jelly. My tendons feel super tight. They feel like like I'm a baby. So basically I have to build up my muscle from scratch, stretch out my ligaments from scratch, and everything is a-okay right now. I was going to therapy. I did it for a week and a half. I was supposed to do it today and Friday of this week, but Georgia has undergone some new rules, so they closed down for 2 weeks, and if anything changes, I have another session on the 20th, And if they have to cancel that, I would have to call and schedule more appointments because I only had until the 20th. And well, right now I've been doing great. Like I've been strengthening my legs. I've been strengthening everything. I have better exercises because I can't really go on the floor yet. I don't know why I had to look at the floor to say that. I have exercises from inpatient therapy because I was there for like 3 days. No, 4 days. I was I was admitted into inpatient therapy a Thursday. I did Friday, which was my evaluation. Saturday, I had a break, which was kind of good. It was kind of lucky for me to get a break. Sunday therapy all day. Monday therapy all day again. And Tuesday, only 2 sessions of therapy. That all the doctors were talking. Like I was doing great. I was doing amazing. Inpatient therapy. When I got into outpatient therapy, I still got a lot of things I need to work on. I need to work on losing this walker. My right here, that was the walker I just smacked. I need to regain my strength. I need to get back to my normal life. My strict diet basically is they gave me a diabetic diet. So 1/4 of my plate is proteins, 1/4 of my plate is starches, carbohydrates, all the good stuff, and 1/2 of the plate is veggies. I'm going to stick with that until I'm back to my normal life. I've lost almost 40 pounds because I'm gonna say my weight because it was embarrassing. So when I went to go see the neurosurgeon, I was 394. After that, I have no clue what my weight was. No clue at all. The day of my surgery, they weighed me in at 401. I'm pretty sure the day of my second surgery, they weighed me at 401. When I was gonna get my staples out of my back the first surgery, I wasn't at 100%. I walked out the house, got in the car, like I needed help for everything. Like like everything. Putting my legs onto the bed, like walking was even hard. I had to put a lot of stress on my arms just so I could walk. It looked like I was dragging my feet after when I was getting my like the day I was getting my staples out. And that same day, when I got home from getting my staples out, I always have to come to the back because that's where we have a ramp. Well, now we have a ramp, but the day I got my staples out the first time, we didn't have a ramp, so I needed to do one big old step and one big old step, and after that, basically just walk inside the house. Sorry, I blacked out for a bit. And I couldn't do it. Like, I was so exhausted from walking out the house, walking up to the office. And yes, I could have taken a break. And I did from the ride home. Basically, the ride home. But I was still tired. Sorry, I thought my mom was coming. This is going to be a longer video than I expected. I just want to like let y'all know about my life. Like my life is not the best right now in 2020, but I'm happy. I do get depressed sometimes, but who doesn't? It is normal for people to be depressed. It is normal for people to have anxiety. I want to hear one day that I'm the reason people aren't as depressed as they were before. And as you can see, I need a haircut during this. Like, my beard is growing in very nicely, very thick. My mustache is getting very thick also. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. So that day I fell. I thought everything was fine with me. Till that day. And I wanted to wait. Like my method is, it's temporary. Like, it'll go away with time. But that day I knew something was wrong. Like, I protected my back. Like, people, like, if you say, oh, you didn't protect your back, I did. I fell on my knees every single time. And no one making, oh, you got on your knees, too. Like, come on. Let's all be adults here. Or semi-mature. I'm sorry, I just love placing my hand on my knee. Like, that's the angle. But I'm just in a tank top right now. After that, my dad and my mom got me onto a chair. From there, they were gonna try and see if I could get up. I couldn't. That's exactly the point where my brain was like, you should be able to get up. Like, my arms were tired, everything was just tired, exhausted. And like, my parents see me now, my mom especially. Like it is a major difference. I feel great. There's still some tingling in my feet but that's because the nerve is still repairing itself. Like, the nerves are gonna take a while for them to be fully repaired. So far, the last time I got surgery, whenever I moved my neck like this, I felt a shooting pain come from my neck all the way down to my butt, all the way down to my legs. And yes, I did have an occasional muscle spasm here and there, but that was the first fall. The second fall, I had 3 falls in total my first surgery. The first time I fell was not even a week after my surgery, but I was completely fine after that. The second fall was when I got my staples out, when I came home, which is the story I'm telling you now. And I couldn't, so I texted my brother saying, hey, I fell, and the back porch is completely, like, filled with crap. Sorry, like, I'm just letting my beard grow. I'm letting my hair grow right now, just so this epidemic can slide over, then go get a haircut. So, as I was saying, they got me in a chair. My brother recorded it. I might post the video. Like, I have my dad send me the video and maybe post it so you can see what I went through. My brother's laughing in the video because we used a cherry picker to pick me up. I weighed 400 pounds, maybe 390. But dad and my brother were just trying to get me up, trying to get me into the house so it wouldn't be cold. That failed miserably, because once they got me into the chair, they tried to roll me into the house. It was that blue chair right there. I didn't like it. So they still tried. I appreciate them for trying. They tried to stand me up with the cherry picker, and it failed miserably. I started crying right there and then. Like, it hurt that badly. Like, it takes a lot for me to cry, but it hurt that bad. And so I told them, like, just set me down, let me sit, let me rest. I rested for about like 6 hours. They got me back up onto the chair. Mom's cleaning all around us. This time my dad went to go look for a wheelchair. My brother's there, my mom's there. And my dad says he couldn't find a wheelchair. My brother has a friend. He's our roommate. He wasn't here at the time, so he knows that he has a wheelchair. I think someone's here, but I could be wrong. No, someone's definitely here. Don't know who. So I literally had to wait for like another hour. So in total, I rested 8 hours, maybe 7. And well, sorry, I thought I saw someone. And well, they got me up. Like, they sat me back in a chair. We didn't use the wheelchair. They just stood me up. They brought me my walker. But it still looked like I was dragging my feet. Like, it hurt my arms. So Tuesday comes around. I'm walking somewhat normal. Somewhat, because it's not 100%, it's not even 50. I'd say it's about 25% of my capability to walk. And I go to do a movement that normally I would be able to do after my first surgery, which was my dumb fault. That's my second fault. So I'm just like, okay, tomorrow I'm gonna message the doctor and see what he says. And like, my family did not want to go back to the ER. None of us did. But we did. They checked my lumbar spine just to check the first surgery, make sure everything was good. Okay. Everything was good. So when they didn't see anything there, they went higher up through my thoracic spine. They saw a lot of stuff messed up, but they saw one in particular that was for my function of my legs, and it was a herniated disc again. So when they admitted me, it took a day and a half to get me into a room. But when I was in the room, I could have as many visitors as I wanted. This was before the crisis. This was before everything blew up in our faces. Have this in mind. It was, I believe, March. No. Wednesday, I got home Saturday, a week. It was the end of February that I fell. In March, I was in the hospital. 3 weeks total. It was gonna be 4. So a month in the hospital. But every day I was just like, can I go home? And like finally, like they were just like, yeah, he can go home. In inpatient therapy, like when they told me that, I was so happy. See, look how long my hair is. I got super curly hair. So March 11th was my other operation because they couldn't do it. Like they couldn't do it right away because they already booked a bunch of operations. So like they kept coming in. They were just like, we're gonna keep checking on you like every single day, making sure like you're okay. Like they would always try and check my leg strength. Always check everything. And I understood why, because they wanted to see if there was a difference over time. It wasn't. Like, I tried to pick up my knee, like, it was just bam. Like, maybe one knee. I tried moving my toes, couldn't do that. I felt like I was paralyzed from the waist. Well, not the waist down, just my legs. Just my legs. And so I'm just patiently waiting for say Wednesday to come. That way, like, I can get this surgery over with. And they got me another CT scan, which checks any calcification or something like that. It checks something on your, like they were checking my back, making sure everything was good, everything was in place. They did an x-ray on me when I was still under some anesthesia, because they said he got an x-ray when he was under anesthesia, and I'm just like, I got an x-ray? And like they moved me, because like I was just in the surgery. And so like when they moved me onto that bed, from the bed I was already on, it hurt like heck. Like it hurt. I go back to the room, my mom's there waiting, my brother's there. The next day my dad came with my sister. Like, I've had a rough 2020, because January I'm walking, like first week of February I'm good. The second week, well, I think the first week, official week of February, because like the first and second were like weekends. Third through the, I think, 7th, I could be wrong, maybe 8th. And like the 14th was like the next week, and it wasn't. Valentine's Day was on Friday, which was my first surgery. Oof. So yeah, not even a month apart from my first surgery. It was a month, literally Saturday after the second surgery. And yes, physical therapy was there helping me walk. They were just monitoring my steps. Like, I could do like long distances. And like the first day, I didn't have a walker, so that was the only issue. They got me a walker. It was the floors like full. I was on the 6th floor, so it was the 6th floor south walker, and it was. I thanked them for that walker. It wasn't mine. When I was in outpatient therapy, they had to bring my walker, and I'm glad they did, because me and my friend Walker were great friends still. Oh yeah, there's also some new things going around the house. Like if I could switch my camera over, I don't think I can. But let's just say I'll be making a video soon about some new things going on. Maybe hopefully I'm walking. Like I'm still taking my break. I just wanted to update y'all. Like I'm okay. Like I am in a wheelchair right now. I can use the wheelchair, I can use the walker to get around. Like if we're going out hiking on a mountain or something, and say I get tired, my brother and my mom are gonna have to bring the wheelchair with them, just in case I get tired. Sorry if I'm like, this is my actual voice. Like I don't like talking in it that much because, well, one, it's raspy, it's deep, but I like using this voice because it's closer to like when I was a kid. Even though, like, I don't know, I kind of don't like it anymore. Like I used to talk like this in the hospital. I got used to it when I started talking like this. They were just like, "What happened to your voice?" I'm just like, "Oh, I'm just talking and how I normally talk." And they're just like, "That's not how you normally talk. You normally talk like this." So that's why, like, you see me talking more like this than say like talking in my normal voice that y'all hear me. But I just want to update y'all on that. Hopefully soon I can start streaming again, maybe on a PC. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Maybe on my PS4, but we'll see. This is Jacoby Buck saying, peace. Stay inside, please. Like, let's just beat this already, because 2020 needs a redo, like a mad redo. But everyone's saying hashtag 2020 canceled. That's not how the world works. Like, the world works is, it's 2020. It's 2020. Next year, 2021. It's 2021. But keep it up. Stay strong. Stay toasty. Or stay cool. And everything will be okay. Peace.